Leo and Max found a secret treasure code hidden under their pillows. And quietly, without telling anyone, the search begins. Both brothers start searching in two completely different directions. But who will find the secret treasure box first? And what's actually hidden inside it? Let's find out in this video. Leo was 9, Max was 7, and every single evening, they raced their bikes down Maple Street with their friends. That evening, Max spotted a shortcut through Mrs. Patel's side yard and zoomed straight through it, beating Leo to the finish line by a mile. "That's cheating!" Leo yelled, skidding to a stop. "It's not cheating, it's smart!" Max grinned, still catching his breath. "You're my little brother. You're supposed to lose to me," Leo shot back. The other kids laughed, and that made Leo even angrier. He grabbed his bike and stormed home. Max rolled his eyes and stormed home too. 2 brothers, 1 house. 0 words to each other for the rest of the night. What Leo and Max didn't know was that their dad had been fixing the garden hose outside and heard every single word. He didn't say anything at dinner. He just kept glancing between his 2 sons with a small, mysterious smile. Later that night, he opened up an old drawer in his closet, one that hadn't been opened in years, and pulled out a dusty metal box and 2 folded pieces of paper. "It's time," he whispered to himself, "for the boys to find what I buried." What do you think is inside that box? Keep watching. The next morning, Leo found a small, weathered notebook tucked under his pillow. On the cover, in his dad's handwriting, it said, "Leo, clues 1, 3, 5. At the exact same time, Max found a matching notebook under his pillow. His said, "Max, clues 2, 4, 6. Both boys ran to their own group of friends, totally confused. "There's something buried in our backyard," Leo told his crew, "and I'm finding it before Max does." "Same," Max told his crew, 2 rooms away. Before Leo does. Neither brother realized their notebooks were actually 2 halves of the same hunt. Leo's clue 1 said, "Stand where the sun first hits the porch." Max's clue 2 said, "Count 10 steps from the old oak tree." Leo's team measured shadows on the porch all morning and found a small chalk arrow scratched into the wood, pointing toward the garden. Max's team paced out 10 steps from the oak tree and found another chalk arrow pointing toward the garden too. Both teams stared at the same patch of grass near the fence from opposite sides. Wait a second. Are they digging up the exact same spot? Keep watching. Leo's team came running from the porch side. Max's team came running from the oak tree side. They met, face to face, right at the fence, both holding little garden shovels like tiny explorers. "This is my spot," Leo said. "No way, it's mine," Max said. They both dropped down and started digging at the exact same time, shovels clanging together underground with a clink. And that's when Leo's shovel hit something hard, right next to Max's shovel, which had hit the exact same thing from the other side. They brushed away the dirt together, without even realizing they were working as a team for a second, and uncovered one single metal box. On the lid, taped down, were 2 torn notebook pages that had fallen out and stuck to the metal. Leo picked one up. Max picked up the other. They matched. Leo's notebook and Max's notebook were never 2 separate hunts. They were one single hunt, split in half, and only worked when both brothers followed their clues together at the same time. "Dad split it up on purpose," Leo said slowly, "so neither of us could find it alone," Max finished, staring at his brother. Now the real question, will old pride ruin it, or will they finally open the box together? For a moment, both brothers just stared at each other over the muddy box, both still a little annoyed about the bike race. Then Leo's friend Emma, who had been quietly helping Max's team dig the whole time, spoke up. "You two have been racing each other your whole lives," she said. Maybe this box isn't about winning at all. Leo looked at the box. Max looked at his brother. Truce, Leo said, holding out a dirty, muddy hand. Just to open it. Max shook it, leaving a muddy handprint on Leo's palm. Just to open it. They had to work together to even get the lid off. Leo held the box steady, while Max pried the rusty latch with a stick, and Emma poured a little water on the hinge to loosen it. Finally, with one big creak, the lid popped open. Inside were old photographs of Leo and Max as tiny babies, sharing a bath, sharing a stroller, sharing a birthday cake, a tiny pair of matching baby shoes, and a folded letter in their dad's handwriting. Both boys went quiet, flipping through the photos of a time they didn't even remember, back when they did absolutely everything together. Leo unfolded the letter and read it out loud to everyone gathered around. To my 2 boys, I buried this the week Max was born, when Leo insisted on sharing everything with his new baby brother. I always hoped that no matter how big you grew or how many races you ran against each other, you'd remember you were a team long before you were rivals. Love, Dad. Just then, their dad walked out from behind the shed, arms crossed, wearing that same mysterious smile from the night before. Found it, huh? He said. Took you too long enough. Leo looked at Max. Max looked at Leo. Sorry for calling you a cheater, Leo said. Sorry for showing off, Max said. Their dad clapped them both on the back and pulled a cooler of snacks out from behind the shed. Turns out, he'd planned a backyard cookout the whole time, complete with a movie projector on a bedsheet and a bag of new bike gear for both of them. Leo, Max, Emma, and both of their teams spent the rest of the evening riding bikes together down Maple Street. No racing, no shortcuts, just laughing side by side. Because some treasures aren't things you dig up. They're the brothers you almost forgot you were a team with. Remember this, friends, whether you're 2 brothers or 2 best friends, you might race each other, argue with each other, or even stop talking for a little while. But at the end of the day, no shortcut, no fight, and no treasure box is ever worth more than being together. So always play together, always stick together, because the real treasure was being a team all along. See you in the next story.
If you enjoyed watching the video, then give a like and subscribe to our channel.